What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you here on the Built in Buffalo Podcast Network. Really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Like our pages all over social media, everywhere you look. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. And download and subscribe, rate and review to the Built in Buffalo Podcast Network. We've got people out at training camp at 7 days a week coverage. We've got videos and podcasts and articles and all sorts of great stuff. So make sure that you get involved with the follows, likes, shares, and a heck of a lot more. I want to talk a little bit about the competition of the Buffalo Bills, which I think is breeding great things. And that's one great thing that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane have done is for sure, bringing in not just the right people, but bringing in people who can challenge others. And it's in a good way. It's in a team way. It's in a team bonding way. And it just makes everybody better. And once you have the culture built and once you have the right people in-house, the bottom line is that people's personalities, really dictate how they're going to handle competition, right? And so because they can identify that character, they can identify that personality, they can absolutely positively, coexist. And that's what's going on with guys like Dawson Knox and O.J. Howard at tight end. That's what's going on in the running back room when you bring in Duke Johnson and you compete with James Cook, drafting him out of Georgia, and Devin Singletary and Tyler Moss, Zach Moss and some of these guys. They're all in it together. And that's the bottom line. Yes, my golden retriever puppy is trying to get a little action here on the video. Not puppy, he's 6 years old. But the reality is I love competition. I love what it does. I love what they did on the defensive line. It's similar to what O.J. Howard and Dawson Knox have going on at tight end, which, by the way, are you kidding me right now? You've got 6'3", 6'4", 220, and then you've got 6'6", 230 and O.J. Howard with unbelievable arms and hands. And they're just going to keep competing with one another for maximum reps and maximum playing time. And that's the exact same thing that is going on the defensive line, starting in particular with the defensive ends. Think about it this way. You've got the hybrid linebacker, first ballot Hall of Famer kind of thing going on. Edge man who you can put on both sides, and Von Miller. We know he will get his reps. But the Bills want to keep him fresh as the season goes on. The schedule's really, really brutal right up until, right after the bye week against the Packers on Sunday Night Football. But then you've got other guys sharing reps, battling for reps in terms of Boogie Basham, in terms of A.J. Epinesa. You've got Gregory Rousseau, who many people think will be a breakout type player in 2022. Great competition there. So running back, defensive end, tight end, even defensive line to a certain extent. And oh, by the way, they brought back or defensive tackle, they brought back Shaq Lawson as an edge rusher as well. So he's another guy who's rotating into the fold here. And as far as the up front defensive tackle, the big boys go, Tim Settle, DaQuan Jones. You bring back Jordan Phillips. Tons of competition across the board. The slot receiver position is another place. They draft Khalil Shakir. They stole him in the 5th round out of Boise State. You put him with Jamison Crowder. You put him with Isaiah McKenzie. You let him battle like crazy. Look at what's going on right now with just Isaiah McKenzie getting more reps because Jamison Crowder is injured, and the newcomer in Shakir, they want to see more and more and more out of him. McKenzie's already stepped up his game in terms of that slot wide receiver position. So terrific stuff across the board. I love the competition. Plenty of competition going on with the corners as well as we await Trey White's return. I don't think he'll be back until after the bye week. That's just my guess. I don't think they want to rush him. If you can kind of weather the storm and be a game or two above 500 going into that Packer game and then just go on a major run when you've got really weak opponents. You got Jets, you got Patriots, you've got a possible, Cleveland situation without Deshaun Watson. You've got to the Bears. You've got the Lions on Thanksgiving. Those games, maybe go on a run, win 8 and 9 or something of that nature. You get up there, and that's how you can vault up to the number 1 seed. But as far as right now, we're just in training camp. We're not even into the month of August, and the competition battles are awesome. I love them, and it's a huge credit to Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott for bringing in the right people with the right personality, the right character, building that culture, building the teamwork, building the bonding. And from there, because of how these guys are, the competition is welcomed. Mike Lindsley with you here on the Built in Buffalo Podcast Network. Please hit me on Twitter as well, at Mike L Sports. Follow Built in Buffalo all over the place on all social channels. Subscribe to Built in Buffalo on YouTube. Hit us on Twitter at Built in Buffalo _ 7 days of content, video, audio, articles, you name it. We're out there. We're doing it. Built in Buffalo Podcast Network. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.